What I have to share with you today is this is a Zenith frequency meter. It's model BC-221-T, and this was, as you can see here on the label, I could zoom in there a little bit, made by the Zenith Radio Corporation. Frequency meter BC-221-T, Signal Corps, U.S. Army. This was used in World War II to calibrate receivers and transmitters in the field to make sure that we're transmitting on the right frequencies to avoid being intercepted by the enemy, our transmissions, and then able to connect with whoever we wanted to communicate with during that time. This probably was made in 1942, 1943, and it's a kind of a good size metal, it's like heavy metal box, and has straps on the side, or things to attach a strap to. There's one there and one on the other side. This is where a antenna would be connected, antenna wire. And it has a carry handle on the top, and on the back this has a couple of screws to unlatch the back here, and there's the other strap. Then it has a power cord. I think these also work by battery for out in the field. Then down here, I don't know if you could see it here, it says spare parts. So behind this panel, there's supposed to be some spare parts. And it has a little on-off light here, and then the on-off switch here on the front. If I open it up here, there's a little latch here. You drop this down, and you can see what the operator of this would be using. Looking closer here, there's like a meter here, and then something, adjustments, calibration there, and a corrector and frequency band, low, high. Then the original power switch went here, but it was repositioned to the front panel, and has gain. Then it repeats the same information on this panel as it's on the outside. Then it has some selectors out here. You could change that too. Then phones, and you would use headphones with this to listen to the frequency tones. And I don't know if you could see it here, I'll try to zoom in. If you turn this here, you can watch this gauge move. Can you see that? It moves kind of slowly over there. So that's where you would change your frequency, and you could get very accurate because you're using these small increments here, and then these are the larger frequencies. So you could move that up to that number there, then see where you are on this scale. And you would be listening through your headphones here. So pretty interesting unit. Then here is the logbook. This opens up, and in here you can see index of frequencies, index of dial settings across the top here, and it has 62 here, so all this different frequencies that they could be choosing to use or calibrate to. Quite a few pages in here, like a loose leaf binder type setup, and a crystal checkpoints. So very interesting unit here. So I'll close this up. Thought we'd take a look and see what kind of spare parts are in here. I've got a period screwdriver that I was going to use to do this too. start unscrewing these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4th one, 5, 6 screws on here. So let's see what they have in the spare parts area of this machine. Okay, so this one, you can see the little light for the front panel and the on-off switch there. Then in here there's a clip holding a vacuum tube there and another one here. Then one down here, but there's not one there. So there's two out of 3 in there. Okay, so I'm going to swing it around. Just put one of them back on here to hold it in place. Okay, so if I swing it around to the back here, these two just kind of loosen up like that, and you could open this. One's loose, this one. You can see what's inside there. So you can see there's one vacuum tube back there. This is where the power cord goes in. So there's the power supply that goes through there, and then little connections there. Then it has a schematic on there. You can see that. Circuit diagram. Okay. So we'll put that back on. Okay. Swing it around to the front again. And I could show you. I'm going to plug it in here, the power cord, this old power cord, plug it in, and then I could hit the switch here, and you can see that the light does come on there. That's about all the testing I could do. I don't have the other equipment to test it with, but it does power up. Then going back inside here, take a further look. As you can see, it has like 2. Zoom out a little bit. There's a handle here and here, so I can open this up. There's 4 screws here. And they don't come out, they just kind of loosen, so they stay in place there. Then you can kind of drag this. You can see the inside here. So you can see that it does have the 3 vacuum tubes there, but I only have 2 in the spares, so one of these must have been used. some other circuitry there, and the back side of it here. All very clean. This is a well-maintained unit, or just was manufactured to stay clean, not get dusty in there. And you just screw this back in. You can see where this would be easy to deal with in the field. You only need a screwdriver. To do it. So, very interesting piece of equipment. Kind of cool to have something from World War II. These did have uses after World War II for amateur radio operators. They could fine-tune their ham radios with this, make sure they're on the right frequencies. So there you go, the Zenith frequency meter.